to take away from the NFL season right now. I'm going to start out in the AFC. The New England Patriots, man. You got to talk about them. Love them or hate them. I'm not a Patriots fan, but I know several Patriots fan. I know two super Patriots fan. TJ Hardiman and his wife, Daphne Hardiman. They love the Patriots. They love Tom Brady. I also know a young Patriots fan, Mr. Savion Jermaine Taylor. One of my good friends, his son, he loves the Patriots. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Patriots, man. Even if you don't like their head coach, Bill Belichick, even if you don't like their quarterback, Mr. Tom Brady. Now, Belichick is a mastermind. I got to give credit where credit is due. Bill Belichick is a mastermind. He always seems to make the right moves when those moves need to be made. So there's really nothing bad I can say about Bill Belichick. He's a multiple-time Super Bowl winning head coach, and, he is the hoodie. What more can I say about Bill Belichick? Now, talking about Tom Brady, Tom Terrific. Now, Brady is still at the top of his game, even after missing the first 4 games of the season due to suspension. Now, who's that throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns damn near every game? Oh, that's just Tom Terrific. That's Tom Brady. Man, he has Gronkowski. He has Martellus Bennett. A hell of a tight end combination. They're a matchup problem. You can't guard Gronk. You can't guard Martellus Bennett. So the New England Patriots, to me, they're the class of the AFC. They're the cream of the crop in the AFC. They're the creme de la creme of the AFC. Now, you like how I use big words. The creme. I let my tongue roll that time. The creme de la creme of the AFC. That's what the New England Patriots are. Also out west in the AFC, you got the defending Super Bowl champion Denver Broncos. I can't leave the Denver Broncos out just because I don't know who their quarterback is. Wayne Simeon? I called him Wayne Simeon. That guy played basketball for the Kansas Jayhawks. Trevor Simeon. In the immortal words of Big Pun, I don't know you, man. The Broncos have a guy named Trevor Simeon playing quarterback, and they're actually still winning. Now, the Broncos, they're predicated on defense and running the football, so they're always going to be in the mix with Von Miller and company on the defensive side of the ball. The Broncos need to get healthy. They're going to get after the opposing team's quarterback. They're going to rush the passer. Their secondary is top-notch, man. Chris Harris, Akeem Talib, TJ Ward. Their secondary is they're super, so they're going to be in the mix in the AFC. Now, you got upstart teams in the AFC like the Oakland Raiders. They actually just beat the Broncos last week, so the Raiders are definitely back, man. They're good this season. You got the Kansas City Chiefs, who are always tough. Andy Reid has his team ready to play every Sunday, week in and week out. You got your stalwart Pittsburgh Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger. Now, Big Ben missed several games, with a knee injury. He had a little knee surgery, cleaned a little stuff up in his knee. So Big Ben has to get healthy. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be there at the end of the season. They're in a pretty tough division, man, with the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Have no earthly idea who's going to come out of that division. If I had to put my money on someone, I guess I'd say the Pittsburgh Steelers, because out of those 3 teams, they have the best quarterback. They have, arguably the best wide receiver, but A.J. Green for the Cincinnati Bengals would argue that he is better than Antonio Brown of the Pittsburgh Steelers, but I digress. But if I had to put my life on it, if I had to put my money behind a team out of that AFC North division, I'd say the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, if you're talking about the AFC South, I don't know who is going to win the AFC South. Is it going to be the Colts? Is it going to be the Houston Texans? I don't know, man. Whoever wins it, it doesn't really matter because, they're not going to go to the Super Bowl. The Colts aren't going to the Super Bowl. The Houston Texans aren't going to the Super Bowl. Who else is in the AFC South? I think, is it the Jacksonville Jaguars? They're definitely not going to the Super Bowl. I like you, Marcus Mariota, but your team is just not there yet, man. Don't know what's going to happen with your coach. He hasn't won enough games in his 4 seasons for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's probably not going to be the head coach next season. So the Jaguars, you're not part of this conversation. So the AFC, when it boils down to it, the AFC is the New England Patriots and everybody else. Now, everybody else can be formidable. The Denver Broncos, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Oakland Raiders, Kansas City Chiefs, even the 4-5 San Diego Chargers, man, they're tough out. Phillip Rivers has been a very consistent, high-level quarterback in the NFL for several years now. The Phillip Rivers out of North Carolina State University in Raleigh, North Carolina, but I digress. So the AFC again, Pittsburgh outside looking in. Kansas City Chiefs outside looking in. Oakland Raiders, formidable. Denver Broncos, very formidable. Cream of the crop, creme de la creme, the New England Patriots. So moving on to the NFC. The NFC, man, the best conference this season in the NFC is the NFC East, man. Excuse me, not the best conference, but the best division. Who would have thought, man? The Dallas Cowboys, the Philadelphia Eagles, the New York Giants, the Washington Redskins all have at least 5 wins on the season. With the Dallas Cowboys having 7 wins, they're 7-1 with a rookie quarterback, Dak Prescott, leading that team. Now in the preseason, my friend Gerald Robinson, who is also the CEO of Triangle Entertainment Worldwide, I told Gerald in the offseason and in the preseason, I was like, man, Tony Romo, I don't think he's going to be playing quarterback this season. Especially after I saw the preseason games when I saw Dak Prescott. I watched Dak Prescott when he was at Mississippi State, and I thought that young man could play. Now, we slipped to the 4th round because, he's not your prototypical quarterback. But, damn it, that young man can play. Toss in Ezekiel Elliott, the rookie running back out of Ohio State, in a much-improved defense, and voila! The boys are back. The Dallas Cowboys are actually a good team this season, much to the chagrin of a lot of Cowboys haters. Also out in the NFC East, you got the Philadelphia Eagles with another rookie quarterback, Carson Wentz, out of North Dakota State. Carson Wentz surprised a lot of people, man. Went 2nd overall right behind Jared Goff, who's not playing for the LA Rams. Jeff Fisher, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, you won't play Jared Goff. But that's neither here nor there. I guess you have a plan for him. When you want to share that plan, when you want to divulge that information, hit me on Twitter at SportsByDamian. Hit me on Instagram at SportsByDamian. Let me know, Jeff Fisher, because you guys are actually trash, and you might as well play the rookie Jared Goff. But I digress. Moving back to the Philadelphia Eagles, you have Carson Wentz, man, another rookie quarterback, just like Dak Prescott. Carson Wentz is actually playing pretty well this season, has the Philadelphia Eagles in the mix. And, the Eagles can run the football. So if you can run the football, you can always be in the game. You control the line of scrimmage, you control the game. So the Giants, you need to control the line of scrimmage. You need to protect Eli Manning. The Giants are 5-3, man. They're actually playing pretty well this season. They went through their rough patch where, they weren't getting the ball to Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham Jr. had temper tantrums. I like when he has temper tantrums. It makes it pretty interesting, if you ask me. But the Giants seem to be back on track. The Washington Redskins, I hate to admit it, they're actually kind of good. I'm not a big Kirk Cousins fan, but Kirk Cousins is not that bad of a quarterback this season. It pains me. It hurts my heart. Like my head coach from Virginia State University, Lou Anderson, used to say, it hurts me to my heart. But you know what? The Redskins are actually not that bad. So, Brandon, big hugs. Matthews, congratulations, man. I guess, the Redskins are actually pretty good. So, the NFC East is a pretty tough division, man. The NFC West is the Seattle Seahawks and nobody else. Arizona Cardinals, you're not that good this season. You fell off. San Francisco 49ers, my team. I mean, I'm not even going to speak on that. They got 1 win so far in the season. And the LA Rams, they're trash as well. So in the NFC West, I'm not going to give you guys that much time. It's the Seattle Seahawks and everyone else. Now, in the NFC South, I spoke actually the last 2 episodes exclusively on the Carolina Panthers. So I'm not going to spend that much time on the Panthers. They did win their road game against the lowly LA Rams. So the Panthers are now 3-5 on the season with a home game coming against an AFC opponent, the Kansas City Chiefs. So Cam Newton and company, they're trying to turn their season around, man. It remains to be seen if they can do so. But they've now won 2 games in a row. And they could get on a roll and turn their season around. Also in the NFC South, you got the Atlanta Falcons, who are leading that division. Matty Ice, as people like to call him, and Julio Jones. They are stirring that shit. They're stirring that shit, man. They're running the ball, also in Atlanta. And, they're pretty successful, wildly successful, might I say, on offense down there in hot Atlanta. So the Atlanta Falcons, they're pretty good right now, but, they've fallen off each of the last couple seasons. They started off good, and then they fall off. So Atlanta Falcons, you have to prove it to me that you can sustain the success for the entire NFL season. Also, you got the New Orleans Saints. If you got Drew Brees, then you got a chance. Drew Brees is still the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. They are actually not terrible. They're not good, but they're not terrible. But they do have Drew Brees, so they have a chance. Defense still sucks. They played the San Francisco 49ers last week, and Colin Kaepernick almost threw for 400 yards on the New Orleans Saints defense. Kaepernick, I think, threw for like 393, 2 touchdowns on the Saints defense. So the Saints defense still is bad, but you got Drew Brees, so you got a chance. And rounding out the NFC South is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Jameis Winston. Jameis, I love you, man. It's going to take some time to turn it around in Tampa Bay. You're good, but your team isn't good. So the NFC, basically right now, man, I guess you can say it's the NFC East division with the Cowboys, the Giants, the Redskins, and the Eagles. And then you out west, you have the Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson at the quarterback position, Pete Carroll, full of energy. It looks like they're going to come out west. And it's still a toss-up to see who's going to come out the NFC South with the Atlanta Falcons leading the division right now. But I don't trust you. I trust the Falcons just as much as I trust Donald Trump. And I don't trust that guy at all. So the Falcons, you got to show me, man. So right now, the NFC South is still a toss-up on who's going to win that division. But, man, we're at the midway point, of the NFL season. And, it's going to be a race to the end to see who's going to come out of those divisions, out of those conferences to play in the Super Bowl. Hey, man, I don't know. I'm not Dionne Warwick. I can't see the future. I'm just a talking head. I can't predict the future. If you're a fan of the Washington Redskins, I can't tell you if they're going to make the playoffs. Playoffs? I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs. I can tell you what I see. And if you're a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles, I don't know if you're going to make the playoffs. You're playing okay right now. You're playing pretty well. That's a tough division. The Cowboys are leading that division with a rookie quarterback and a rookie running back who's leading the NFL in rushing. So go figure. I can't tell you what's going to happen in the AFC. I can tell you let me retract that statement. I can tell you what's going to happen in the AFC. The New England Patriots are going to be in the AFC Championship game. That's what's going to happen in the AFC. Other than that, I don't know, man. I'm just here to entertain you. Hopefully you're being entertained. We're going to take a commercial break. I'm going to drink some more natural spring water bottled from spring water in Roaring Gap, North Carolina. The last bottle was from Boiling Springs. This bottle is from Roaring Gap, North Carolina. Gotta love that name, Roaring Gap, in the beautiful mountains of North Carolina. But I digress. Let's take this commercial break. Let's pay some bills. We'll be right back with another segment on the All Things Sport podcast. Damian Banks here for Austin Davenport Construction. If you're a new homeowner, old homeowner, or whatever the case may be, if you need work done on your home, look no further than Austin Davenport Construction. Austin Davenport Construction offers services such as building and repairing foundations, brickwork, home repair, waterproofing. Whatever you need, chances are Austin Davenport Construction can hook you up. If you need backsplash in the kitchen, they got you. If you want to get the roof work done, they got you. If you want new tile in the kitchen, they got you. New tile in the bathroom, I'm pretty sure they can hook you up. So if you want to get your new home worked on, you want to get your old home worked on, whatever you need, Austin Davenport Construction has your back. To contact Austin Davenport Construction, call 919-697-6912 or 919-450-7517. Also, email austindavenport@gmail.com or go to the website austindavenport.com. Austin Davenport Construction. Get your home done right.
What you ain't heard?
Somebody done told you wrong, punk.
It's the All Things Sport podcast with Damian Banks and Pierre Banks.
Latifah, party's right here.
On Speaker Radio.
Welcome back to the All Things Sport Podcast. I'm your